Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Jojo back with another CS video. So I do apologise that last Wednesday I didn't upload, this Wednesday I didn't upload a video. We will be getting back to our normal Wednesday videos next week, and that last week all I uploaded was a YouTube short. I'll be real, I've just started a new job, so it's been extremely busy and extremely stressful recently, so it's been very difficult for me to make videos for you guys. But obviously, I ain't giving up, so let's get straight into today's video, which is going to be a full pink loadout, as suggested by this lovely person here. So let's get straight into it. So I'm going to level with you guys, the gloves are not going to be cheap. Unfortunately, if you want a nice pink pair of gloves, there's pretty much only one option, and that's these bad boys, the sports gloves of ice. There was a time where these were the most lucrative, sought after and expensive gloves in the entire game, but when CS2 came out, unfortunately they got a little bit washed out in terms of colours. You know, they were way more vibrant in CSGO, and who knows, one day Valve might increase the colour density on these, but I find that hard to believe if I'm being completely honest. And as a result, they have massively tanked in price. Don't get me wrong, these are still very expensive, and in field tested they're going to set you back 1,100 bucks, so they're not cheap at all. However, I do actually think these still look super good. I love the little blue that they have. There's plenty of pink, and it's a hot pink as well. It's not like a light, hard to see pink, it's a very vibrant pink, so super sick pair of gloves. We're then pairing that up with pretty much any fade. Now, I'm currently showing off a Talon knife, which is going to be on the more expensive side of the spectrum, but you could pick up a Navajo knife if you wanted to. Fades start at around $175, and they go up to around $4.5 grand. So it depends on the knife you want. As I said, I'm currently showing off a Talon knife purely because, believe it or not, this is actually my dream knife. So if I could have any knife in the game, it would be this right here. So that's why I put it to show it off for you guys. So yeah, any fade will do. There's plenty of pink on them, but obviously you want a higher fade because you're going to get more of that pink and purple. But yeah, lower fades do also work as well, but just bear in mind you're going to get a lot of silver. So starting off with the USP, we've got the Cortex. Now I think this is a great option. You've got plenty of pink here. It's extremely cheap as well because in field tested this is only going to set you $2. And I think for a USP it looks very nice. You could even go for stat track if you want because there's not that much more. But yeah, no, super clean and lots of pink to show off. Coming in courtesy of the Armory, we have the Glock Gold Tooth. This is one of the newest skins in the game, and look how shiny this thing is. This is really taking advantage of, you know, the metallic textures that you can use within Source 2. So, you know, you've got this awesome 3D effect as well. So this skin is extremely unique, and in field tested, this is going to cost you about $5, which for a new red that looks this good really isn't that bad at all. Like, pretty much the entire bottom half of the skin is pink, so excellent choice for your Glock users. Now the Tech 9 was another one that was pretty difficult to find skins for, so I'm going to go with the Decimator, and it is on the more expensive side of the spectrum because it's from a pretty old case. And in field tested, this is going to cost you around $13. So as I said, it's really not cheap by any stretch of the imagination, but I do think this looks really good, and I actually would say the Tech 9 looks way better than the M4 in my opinion, and you get more, as far as I'm aware, you get more pink on the Tech 9 as well. So yeah, super good option, and I would say it's the best choice you can have. And another new skin, we've got the P250 Epicenter. Now bear in mind this does come in several different patterns, so you're going to want the pattern that gives off the most pink. I believe it's this one here actually. And in field test this is going to cost $5, so it's not mega cheap, but it's still relatively affordable, and you can get this from the Gallery collection. It's evident that Valve likes pink skins and are adding more and more as time goes on, because we've got another new pink skin here, or relatively new. We've got the Barretta's Sweet Little Angels from the new Overpass collection. These are pretty nice, and in field tested you can pick them up at only $4. I'd suggest looking for a relatively decent float though, because as you can see with these, they do scratch up pretty quickly. So, you know, go for a low float or even maybe push to grab minimal wear, but these are still really nice. Last but certainly not least, I've got a personal favourite of mine if you're a regular viewer of the channel. It is the Desert Eagle Trigger Discipline. Now this skin is simply stunning. I love the black sleek matte finish and the pink design we have going down the barrel. In my opinion, it's the best pink deagle in the game. There isn't a great deal of choice for the deagle as well, but this is definitely my favourite, and in minimal wear it's only $1. Up next is the Mac 10, and you might be thinking, hang on a minute, this isn't pink. Oh, but wait a second. Now it is. It is the Discotheque. Now this is a pearlescent skin, which means when you move around in game, you know, when you inspect it, when you reload it, and when you shoot it, it changes colour. When you bring the skin towards you, as in like inspecting it and reloading it, it turns pink, and when you've got it out, it goes back to green and blue. So a very cool skin, very unique. And there's not many pearlescent skins in the game, despite them being available for a while. But this is a really good option, and in field tested it's $2.15. You guessed it, we've got another new skin for the MP9, and it is the Latte Rush. Now this is how you properly use the pearlescent effect. Unfortunately, with the move to CS2, a lot of the older pearlescent skins are sort of like fixed in that position where, you know, they're static, and they only move when your player arm moves, as in like you reload or you inspect. However, this is Valve taking full advantage of the pearlescent effect, and this acts effectively like a holographic effect. And I think this skin looks absolutely stunning. In fact, I would probably say this is possibly the best MP9 in the game. My friend has one of these and I'm desperate for one. But I just love how in your face this is. It even has a glitter effect as well. It is super, super, super cool. There's not a single skin like it. It is field tested that we're showing off today, and it is going to cost you $20, and I would suggest picking this bad boy up. It is worth it. It's just truly a work of art. Ironically better than the red in the collection. And for the UMP, we're going with the Wild Child, a very clean matte finish with plenty of pink on it. In field tested, this is going to cost you $1.25. You can't really complain at all. It's very, very pink, and it's got this nice graffiti design. Another Armory Pass skin, we have the P90 Attack Vector. Now unfortunately this wears really badly, so make sure you pick it up in a low float if you can, maybe even get it in minimal wear, but in field tested it's going to cost you around $4. Not too bad. There's plenty of pink in it, so if you P90 users out there, this is going to be perfect for you. And I like the little sad face it's got on the back of it, a cool little Easter egg. Up next is the XM, and we're going with the XOXO. There's just loads of pink on this gun. It's just this nice lime green and neon pink look. It's pretty shiny, and you can pick this up in field tested for $1.30. The Sword Off is up next, and we've got the Kiss Love. Now, you'd be surprised that this isn't actually pearlescent or holographic, because it certainly looks like it, but a very unique Sword Off at that. It is super, super clean, and it's got this nice anime look to it. It's very neon and very pink, and in field tested, it's going to cost you only $2. The Mag 7 is up next, and we've got this super intricate and 3D B1, it's either BI83 or B183 Spectrum. Now this is a pretty old skin. You know, it's from, I believe it's from the Operation Riptide collection. And in field test it's going to cost you around $1.77, but it's super, super, super shiny, and there's lots of pink and purple on it, so works pretty well. Up next is the FAMAS, and we've got the Rapid Eye Movement. This is probably the best budget FAMAS in the entire game. It just looks amazing. It's really shiny, and I love the 3D effect it has. This is only going to cost you $1 in field tested, so a steal. Definitely pick this one up. And for the Galil, we're going with the Chromatic Aberration, a really, really vibrant and excellent 3D looking skin. I love the Chromatic Aberration skins. I think they look super cool. And in field tested, you can grab this one up for only $1.80, so super, super good addition. The AK has a few choices, but not as many as you'd expect, so I'm going to go with the Neon Revolution. Now, I'm not actually a massive fan of this skin, but I can't deny it is perfect with these gloves. The only other one I would suggest would be the Neon Rider, but I think this one sort of pops a little bit more. You can obviously go for the Neon Rider as well, but this one is significantly cheaper. In field tested, it's actually only $14, which for an old red is a really good price in my opinion, and there's so much pink on it, it looks like it's straight out of Suicide Squad. We've got a pretty expensive skin next, to be fair, because the M4A1S doesn't really have much choice. You've pretty much got two, the Decimator and this. And since we already had the Decimator, I wanted to go for something a little bit different, and I'm going with the Vaporwave. Now, this looks insane, and again, it's another one where you're really going to want a lower float. But in field tested, it's going to cost you around $60. Now, I really, really like this. I know there's not tons of pink on it, but there's loads of purple. There's like that pink webbing in the middle, and it's just so vibrant. So I had to include it on this list. It just looks stunning. The M4A4 Neon Noir has got to be our choice for M4A4. There's just nothing else that comes close for me. I love the white and pink design it's got. It's very sleek, and I know it looked better in CSGO, but it still looks super cool in CS2, and in field tested it is only $5.75, so it is a proper steal. To our penultimate skin, we've got the Scout Fever Dream. Again, absolutely all of these skins look so damn good with these gloves. So, you know, as much as I've suggested some cheap skins in this video, if you have the disposable income, pick up a pair of Vice gloves. They just look stunning. But yeah, the Fever Dream goes so well with them. I love the little intricate designs it has, the little Easter eggs. There's so much going on with this skin. There's lots of pink, and at only 40 cents in field tested, you cannot complain. And last but certainly not least, we've got the AWP Chromatic Aberration. Now, I recently introduced the Galil to this list, but I thought I'd go with the AWP as well, because despite the fact that there are quite a few pink options for the AWP, I love this skin. I really like this skin. This is actually one of my favourite AWPs in the whole game. I just think it looks amazing. It's almost like a budget fade. It is so good, and look how unbelievable it looks with these gloves. I know I'm glazing. I really am glazing devices at the moment, but they just look so good with this loadout. So honestly guys, I'd pick this bad boy up, and at only $5 you can't complain. And that's going to be it, everyone. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you found plenty of skins that you guys like and can add to your collection. To the guy who suggested this video, I hope this has helped you find some pretty cool choices. There's a lot of expensive skins on this list, to be fair. You know, pink is a very in-demand colour, so bear that in mind. But there's some budget options on here as well. You know, the majority of the list is pretty affordable. So yeah. But I hope you've enjoyed this, guys. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you drop a comment on any suggestions you have for this loadout or videos you want to see in the future. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace!